tragedy is happening right now in Quara State, and the story is both painful and shocking. A woman has cried out in deep sorrow after bandits killed her husband during a violent attack on their community. According to her, the saddest part of this story is that their own local vigilantes, who usually stand up to protect them, were left helpless because the Department of State Services, DSS, had earlier collected their guns. And just after that, the bandits came in, striking the Oke-Ode community, leaving the place in tears and fear. Friends, please, as you are watching, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can always get updates as we bring them in. The woman, whose name was mentioned in reports, said her husband Ishola was coming back home when the attackers struck. She explained that the gunmen stopped the vehicle he was in, broke the glass, and shot him and others who were with him. She said they died on the spot. For her, the most painful part is that this could have been prevented if the vigilantes still had their weapons to defend the community. She said plainly, "They killed my husband after DSS collected our vigilante guns." Imagine the pain of losing your life partner in such a cruel way. Now, let's put this in context so everyone can understand clearly. Oke-Ode community in Ifelodon local government area of Quara State has been under pressure from violent groups who attack villages, farms, and homes. In recent days, these bandits launched heavy strikes. Reports confirmed that at least 12 vigilante members and even a respected community leader, the Bale of Ogbayo, were killed during one of these attacks. Families are crying, children are displaced, and the whole place feels abandoned. Remember to like this video and subscribe as you are listening, because these updates matter and we must not keep quiet about them. Now, the widow's claim is raising more questions. Did the DSS really disarm the vigilantes before the bandits struck? If true, then why was that decision taken? Who gave the order to collect the guns? These are serious questions because local vigilantes are often the first line of defense in villages. They are the ones who rush out when people shout for help. They are the ones who know the forests, the paths, and the local environment. Taking their weapons away without providing better security is like leaving the community open for attack. The pain of Oke-Ode is not just about one man dying. It is about a community feeling betrayed, feeling abandoned, and feeling like their voices don't matter. This is why the woman's cry is so heavy. She said, "Police cannot do anything. The community is scattering. People are running away." When you hear this, you realize the depth of the crisis. And friends, let me pause here. If you are still watching, please hit the like button and subscribe, because your engagement helps spread these stories and forces attention from the people in power. Now, beyond Oke-Ode, the situation is even wider. In Patigi local government, Esanti village also suffered an attack. Armed men came in broad daylight and kidnapped 2 young men, sons of a youth leader, right in front of people. The courage of these criminals shows how fearless they have become. And it tells us something. Our rural communities are not safe, and urgent action is needed. But it gets even more worrying. After the attack, the Quir State government, through its media channels, circulated photos showing supposed airstrikes against terrorists in Kwara. People later discovered that these photos were old from military operations in Borno State, not from Kwara. This raises a big question. Why would the government use old photos to convince the people that they were fighting terrorists in Kwara? Is it to calm people down, or is it to avoid embarrassment? Either way, trust is being broken. And when citizens lose trust in their leaders, that gap is very hard to repair. Friends, I will remind you again, please like this video and subscribe. These stories deserve to be heard and shared. Now let's talk about the bigger picture. In Nigeria, vigilante groups have been filling the gap where formal security is weak. In many places, especially villages far from major towns, it is the vigilantes who patrol at night, who chase kidnappers into the bush, who risk their lives for the safety of their people. But these groups are poorly armed, sometimes with only Dane guns or locally made weapons. If the government takes those away, what will the villagers rely on? That is the bitter reality Oke-Ode is facing today. Imagine a woman losing her husband not because he was careless, not because he was fighting, but because the very people who should provide security ended up disarming those who could defend him. Her story is not just personal, it is a symbol of the larger insecurity problem in Nigeria. And that is why many Nigerians are asking, what exactly is the plan? How will communities survive if vigilantes are disarmed while bandits carry sophisticated weapons like AK-47s? As we break this down, let's also reflect on the human cost. Every time these attacks happen, families are destroyed, widows are left alone with children, breadwinners are killed, farms are abandoned because nobody feels safe to go there. Schools are shut because parents fear sending their children out. And slowly communities turn into ghost towns. That is the bigger tragedy behind the headline. It's not just about numbers, it is about lives, homes, futures. Please like this video right now and subscribe so more people can hear this and speak up. Now, what should be done? First, there must be a clear investigation. If DSS really collected the vigilantes' weapons, Nigerians deserve to know why. Second, families who have lost loved ones need urgent support. Not just words, but food, shelter, and money to survive. Third, security forces must return to these areas, not only for 1 or 2 days, but permanently. Villages must see presence. Soldiers, police, air patrols, so that people can farm and sleep without fear. Fourth, if vigilantes will continue to exist, then they must either be properly trained and supported or fully integrated into formal security. Disarming them without replacing their role is a recipe for more tragedy. And let us not forget the power of information. Governments should stop circulating recycled photos. Instead, they must tell people the truth. If there are challenges, say so. Nigerians are strong, communities will cooperate, but they need honesty and respect. So, as we end this story today, I leave you with a question. What do you think should be done? Should vigilantes be rearmed? Should communities rely fully on the army and police? Or should there be a middle ground where local and formal security work together? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. And don't forget, like this video and subscribe so we can keep having these conversations. My people, the cry of Oke-Ode is loud. We cannot look away. A woman has lost her husband, children have lost their father, and a community has lost its peace. Let us not allow these stories to disappear into silence. Share this video, talk about it, demand answers. Together, our voices are stronger.